Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Christia Parker, and now joining me in the studio is David A.N. Jackson. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Thank you for being with us.
It's good pleasure to be here.
Now, you do an event, an expo, around Martin Luther King Jr.
Correct.
Can you tell us about it?
Well, years ago I started what's called the Celebration of African Heroes and Sheroes Expo, and it was an opportunity because we had just gotten the King holiday to also celebrate and look at some of the other significant figures who have been great role models and people who often don't get a lot of recognition. So in the spirit of self-determination and the fact that we could actually choose and pick our own holidays and who we want to celebrate, this event was an opportunity for entrepreneurs who are craftspersons and artisans to come together and do some things economically, but then also for artists to be able to present something to the community at the same time.
Great. Now, how did this expo come about? How did you put everything together? Well,
I will say back when I first started this, which is around '93, it was the fact that I was a vendor. As a poet and as a craftsperson, I carve, make drums, and some other things, whatever I can create and put my hands to, I produce. But then it was also a thing of making it available to the general public. So knowing that there were other artists and vendors, et cetera, who either we were waiting on events or expos or things for us to be involved in. Well, this was a good weekend to, one, celebrate, and then also to create an opportunity for the public to see what creativity and what artistry is still going on in the community, culturally, certainly.
Right. What kind of vendors can we expect at the expo?
You can expect jewelers, silversmiths, you can expect fabric merchants. Well, I'll be there, so I mean it'll be a combination of poets, artists who paint, et cetera. So I mean those are some of the things that'll be available for purchase and for sale. There will also be artists presenting and performing and also having some of their their painting and artwork available.
Great.
So.
Now you're a poet. How long have you been a poet?
Wow, I guess I've been a poet, I guess I've been a poet all my life. Did not recognize that I was until probably around 1988.
And what kinds of things do you write about?
Everything. But often I put a voice to a lot of things that people necessarily do not speak on, or speak about. And I know for me, initially in writing, it was for me, I call it coping poetry, which was some things that I needed to vent and put on paper so that, one, I wouldn't have to leave them to memory. And so I can always go back and then touch on those issues or feelings. And so, I mean, it's social, socio-political, but it's also, I mean, I was given the name years ago, the Love Poem Man, which I tried to step away from that moniker. But when I looked back at the poetry that I do and the stories that I tell, that really they do have an underlying element of love.
Now, does your poetry imitate life, or just?
I would say it reflects life, certainly, and I hope that it also will guide life.
Cool. Now, the expo is when? Tell us when the expo is.
It's actually the Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, which is the, the 15th and 16th are the two dates for it. And it's going to be that, like I said, that's Sunday from 4 p.m. till about 11 that evening. And then that following day, which is the day of the holiday, from noon to 8. Great,
and you'll be performing there as well?
Amongst all the other things that I'll probably be doing, yes. Yes, that's one thing about being a coordinator, it's being an artist as well as an administrator. So, yes.
So you have to delegate so you can do your poetry.
Yes.
You guys, we got more coming up with David. Don't go anywhere. For more information on what's going on in St. Louis, and remember to keep up with everything that's going on in St. Louis, you have to follow us on Twitter, Facebook us, and you can also catch us on our YouTube channel. You guys, we got a lot more coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with David A.N. Jackson.